For decades, a quiet stretch of road in rural Wisconsin has whispered one warning. Do not stop your car on Bray Road. Not at night. Not for anything. Because whatever walks that road isn't human. And the people who have seen it, every single one of them, describe the same impossible creature. Half wolf, half man, standing upright in the darkness, watching, waiting, listening for anyone foolish enough to slow down. The first reports reached police in the late 1980s, but the fear surrounding Bray Road began long before. Locals talked quietly about strange shapes crossing fields, animals torn apart with unnatural precision, and eyes seen glowing where no eyes should be. One night in 1989, a woman driving home after work saw something hunched over a carcass on the side of the road. She thought at first it was a large dog or maybe a coyote, but something felt wrong. Too big, too still, too deliberate. She slowed the car. The figure rose, and in one horrifying moment it stood up, on two legs, like a person. Its eyes reflected red in her headlights, glowing as if lit from within, and its chest rose and fell in a slow, heavy breath. Not the panting of an animal, something steadier, something controlled. She slammed her foot down on the gas, but as she pulled away, the rearview mirror caught a final glimpse. The creature took a single careful step toward her car, a slow, measured movement, as if it was considering whether to follow. Over the next few years, the sightings multiplied. Not once or twice, but dozens of times. One man reported seeing a huge shape running through cornfields beside his truck, and it wasn't on all fours. It was upright, keeping pace with the vehicle, matching his speed with terrifying ease. A group of teenagers found long claw marks scored deeply into the roof of their car. Perfect parallel gouges sliced straight into the metal. Far too high for any natural animal to reach from the ground. And one of the most chilling encounters came from a woman who saw the creature drop low to the ground, run toward her on all fours, then rise up again, towering above the road. It moved between shapes like it didn't belong fully to either world. Authorities dismissed all of it. They blamed bears, coyotes, people letting their imaginations run wild. But the witnesses stayed firm. Many had grown up around wildlife. They knew what a bear looked like. They knew how wolves moved. This wasn't either of those. Whatever this was, it felt intelligent, alert, a predator that understood the idea of fear. One woman said its face didn't look entirely wolf-like. There were features she recognized, subtle ones, that hinted at something uncomfortably close to human. A face that looked like it was trying to hide behind the shape of an animal. In 1992, a local journalist decided to investigate the growing reports. He began interviewing witnesses, visiting remote farms, and mapping the locations of each sighting. Sightings clustered around abandoned barns, deer trails, Old pastures rarely visited after dark. Quiet places where something could sleep, feed, and move freely without human eyes watching. But the encounters didn't fade away with time. They continued through the 1990s, the 2000s, the 2010s, and even into the last few years. People driving that same lonely stretch of Bray Road still report the same towering figure. Sometimes it crosses the asphalt in a single stride, covering the entire road with effortless motion. Sometimes it crouches low in ditches, its breath steaming in the cold night. One truck driver claimed that as he passed the creature, his entire cab vibrated. Not from impact, not from wind, but from silence. He said it felt like the sound around him just stopped. Another witness watched in frozen horror as the creature placed a human-like hand, on the hood of her stalled car. Its long fingers curled, claws tapping lightly against the metal, and the fur on its arm rippled as though something beneath the skin was shifting. Some believe the beast is flesh and blood, a rare evolutionary branch, a relic predator hiding in modern times. Others believe it is older than any species we know, something tied to the land long before Bray Road ever existed. A guardian, a shapeshifter whispered about in native stories. But there is one theory quietly whispered by those who have seen it that frightens people more than any other. They say the beast appears only when someone is alone, and only when that person is standing at the edge of something life-changing, as if the creature isn't randomly encountered, but chooses who can see it, as if it watches moments, not roads. Today, Bray Road still looks like nothing more than a quiet rural lane. Empty fields, dark woods, an ordinary place hiding an extraordinary fear. But if you ever find yourself driving it at night and you see a shape standing just outside your headlights, do not stop. Do not look too long. And whatever you do, do not look back. If tonight's story kept you watching, there are more mysteries waiting for you right here on Moonlit Archives. Your next deep dive is already lined up. And trust me, you are going to want to see what comes next.